by opening up my terminal. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is just show you the most important part of my code before I start running the code. So let's go open it up. And I don't know how to point to the most important part because I feel like most things are pretty important in it to get the final result, but I suppose where my cursor is now is probably the most important because this is where the API request actually happens. So what you see is that there's two parameters being passed, endpoint and params. Params are the optional parameters for an API request. Endpoint is which API endpoint I'm actually trying to take in a response from. So if you look at the bottom of the code where it says if name equals main, which means basically it's being run from the terminal, I actually pass into this function that is most of this script a particular basically like API request. So in this case we're doing statuses home timeline because that's what I'm trying to look at, is the home timeline from a Twitter user that I created that is following all of the people that I want to gather data from. So now later I'll probably add to this and have it be grabbing some search data based on what I get from my preliminary data of information of how the language between news sources and anchors of news stations, how these two languages interact on Twitter. I want to then later look at how they interact with users talking about politics, but I feel like first I need to do a couple-week litmus test looking at how the major interaction between the opinions and the news organizations are. Okay, so that's the most important part of my code, is sending over the parameters and the endpoint, and now I can show you it running and let you see that it's saved, and I'll also show you lanes, my partners. Okay, so first I'm going to run mine. I've run this pretty recently, so I don't know that I'll get a lot of new hits, but you'll see there's some print statements. My code lets me know. Looks like I got 2 new hits. I just ran this like 5 minutes ago to test it before I started this video, so that's not a big surprise. You see my print statements let me know that things are saved, and it already lets me know that the directory I'm saving my tweets in already exists. So now I will go to the storage and here we go. So there are the JSON blobs that we just got from Twitter. So we can see CBS Evening News retweeted former prosecutor calls al-Libi capture a significant accomplishment. You see the other one. We met Ebony Brooklyn, a former homeless teen starting at Columbia University. We cut off there. So these are from news sources, yeah. So, but you can see that everything's being saved, and there's probably lots of these. I can go down and you'll see there's many of these guys in here. Okay, so now I will quit out of here and show you lanes, which is also on my computer for simplicity. Now, just for information, this will not be run on this laptop. I will be moving this stuff over to my server tonight now that everything's tested and working, because the server has a consistent connection, so that way the cron tab can keep running and I don't have to have my computer open or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to run lanes right now. It's the same code as mine, just with her requests. So you'll see the same print statements coming up. Okay, she got 23 new ones. So now we will do the same thing and go into her directory. Okay. let's look at what we just got. She's looking for dreams, so we can see in the text, I have childhood memories that I'm not 100% sure happened, or if I dream them, I really do not know. So you can see we're getting stuff about dreams. Teacher, Peter, why are you late for school again? Peter, well, miss, I dreamed that I was playing football and the game went into extra time. So yeah, so she's collecting stuff that has to do with some parameters. She set some search parameters based on people saying various things about dreaming. So yeah, it looks like hers is working as well. So those are so you can see clearly that the code is working for both of us. We're both gathering tweets that are relevant to our projects, mine from political sources, hers about dreams, and they're both being saved by the script into text files as JSON blobs that I'll probably later put in MongoDB or somewhere for the graphing purposes. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but yeah, so okay, this is my submission. Thank you very much.